welcome to my channel. It is the last Wednesday of the month, so we're going to talk about WIPs. Since, I've cut back on doing the WIP Wednesday videos every week, I'm now doing them once a month on the last Wednesday of the month, just to see how this goes. I did it in October, I think. And then I was going to do it for November and December. Y'all let me know how you like this, or whether or not you would prefer I continue to do it once a week. Usually, when I was doing it weekly, I would also show you some faux. But I think we're just going to talk WIPs, if we're going to do it once a month. And then do, finished object videos periodically, or as I finish them, or something of that nature. I haven't really decided yet. The new year's coming up. I got to change stuff around a little bit, Anyways, if you're new to my channel, I'm Adrian, and Kiwi is my Indian ringneck. I am doing some batch recording today, so it is actually Tuesday. Anyways, what do I have as far as WIPs go? Well, there's this whole bag of amigurumi we can start with. So I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I've got 8 blue tentacles here. I was actually getting ready to do the yellow tentacles that I need, but I have to pause the amigurumi to work on this thing over here, which we'll talk about in a minute. Here's my blue jellyfish. He's going to have a white bottom, and his tentacles are actually going to be half yellow and half blue. This guy here is also going to have half blue and half yellow tentacles. I thought that would be cool. This is a variegated vintage yarn that I found at the thrift shop. This interesting color here. I can pull it out. I don't know if y'all can see very much of my coffee table over here, but it's like piled. It's called Don Sayel. There was not much in this skein when I got it. The only thing I have made is this jellyfish cap. So it was pretty, like I said, not much. Anyways, this color is called Blueberry Swirl. However, I think there's more yellow to it than there is blue. I don't know, there's some blue and purples over here, but this side is all yellows. It's got some purples in it, some blues, some whites. I think it's really cool. If I could find a yarn similar to this, that I could purchase, I would totally do that. I have another one of these in a different color. I think it's the same yarn. Nope, it's not. This one's just a variegated. This one is another vintage yarn called Radiance. And this colorway is called Sherbet Ice Ombre. So no, it's not the same thing. I thought they were the same thing, but they're not. But if I could find some more of this, that would be awesome. If anybody comes across some, let me know. Because I really like it. I know it's a vintage yarn. I know they don't make it anymore. It says it's manufactured by American Thread. Here's what the label looks like. Wait. Yeah, there we go. So, and I've had Don Sayel before. I've not had it in this kind of swirly kind of thing that's going on. You can see it looks really cool when it's worked up. I was actually initially saving this to do Easter bunnies in, but I decided to go ahead and do at least one jellyfish in it. I'm not going to do the tentacles because I kind of want to save some of it to make maybe, I don't know if there's going to be enough to make a bunny rabbit out of it, to be honest. But I would really like to use it for some really cute Easter amigurumi. And even if this isn't a bunny rabbit, it could still be considered an Easter jellyfish, right? With the colors. I don't know. You guys can let me know about that one. I currently have an order for a gingerbread unicorn. And that one is not due to be shipped out until December 9th. Of course, I'm going to have it finished before then. I'm going to have it finished and shipped before Christmas, because I'm assuming it's a Christmas present. But I've got the little head finished, and I got its little feet. Its little feet finished. I'm getting ready to do I think the body is next. It could be the ears. I'm not sure. So I made this little pocket polar bear, and I made one of his arms and then forgot it in the bag, so now I just have an extra polar bear arm. Let's see, aside from that, this is the type of bunny that I was talking about saving that blueberry swirl colorway for. But this one is cotton. I don't usually care to make amigurumi with cotton, but there's this little dude, and I've got his ears finished. It looks like, I thought I had all of his pieces finished. Oh, I do. I've got his little feet, one green foot, one blue foot, one green arm, one blue arm. I use that watermelon self-striping yarn. I was using it for a while in my stitch tutorials, so that's where this guy came from. I just have to sew him together, and then he'll be out at the farmer's market as well. The last amigurumi project I have that I've been working on, actually I haven't worked on it in a while, but that I was working on, was the pink koala. So some time ago I did a poll asking you guys what I gave you some options about different colored animals. This little nose, does that look more like a koala? I don't know. It's kind of squished, the black nose is. Anyways, I have his nose and his head and his ears, it looks like. I haven't gotten very far on this guy, but yeah, this guy came about because during a poll, I asked you guys about a pink pig, or no, it was a pink koala, purple sloth, blue pig, or a green panda is what I asked you guys to vote on, and you guys voted on the pink koala won that, and so I'm still working on that one. So I do have like a lot of amigurumi going on. That is partially due to the fact that everybody at the farmer's market really likes amigurumi, and I'm trying to have at least one or two new amigurumi at my farmer's market booth, every week, for the sake of there being something new for, regulars that come by. Because there are people that visit my farmer's market every single week. I guess I could make this, and I'll save this, and I'll make like a white pocket bunny or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out to do with it. I don't want to throw a body part away. So that is my bag of dismembered amigurumi body parts. And I also got a lot of chunkier yarns to make them bigger. It's kind of like the unicorn. That was initially made, that pattern is designed to be used with larger yarn. The reason I haven't done it in the larger yarn yet is I have to get some red Premier Parfait Chunky. Because I didn't purchase any red. I have all the other colors I need, but I don't have any red. So yeah. Now this one you guys are probably going to recognize as a, I'm so glad that had a lid on it, as a completed or finished object. And technically it is. It's that green cardigan that I asked you guys about the buttons on. It's funny that I had doubts about these buttons. I went ahead and I used what I had, which was these kind of silvery metal buttons. And then I took it to the farmer's market. Well, there was a lady there and she absolutely loved this cardigan, except she wanted wooden buttons instead of metal buttons. And she asked me could I go ahead and take the buttons off and put some wooden ones on. And you know, if she's willing to pay $130 for a cardigan, I can take the time to take the buttons off and replace them for her. The buttons that I picked out are these here. They are, it's not food, Kiwi, but if you want one, I guess you could chew on one, but it's not food. I think I paid like $8 for these buttons. Here, you want? Yeah, I told you it's not food. There's 50 here. I only need 10. But these are the ones, I actually sent her a few different buttons to pick from, and she picked these. You can see that they are quite a bit bigger. Now these ones are 1 inch, and I'm thinking these must be like 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch, because I don't know. But these are quite a bit bigger. And I need to see, since this is what I was fixing to do before I realized I still have to film WIP Wednesday. I need to see if these buttons, yeah, they'll pass through there. Okay. I needed to make sure that they were going to pass through my buttonholes, which are just like 1 stitch. But I used an 8mm hook to make this cardigan. So that's what I'm actually getting ready to do, is to pull these buttons off and put the new ones on, so that this Saturday she can actually come and pick it up, and it can be paid for and all of that good stuff. So there's that. Some other projects that I have that are still in the WIP state are the purple and black hexie cardigan, which at this point is seriously, it seriously might get frogged, and I might use it, excuse me, to make something else. Because I looked at Hobby to get the yarn that I needed to finish it. It is on sale again for their Black Friday sale, but they're sold out of the color that I need. How many is that? And then I think it's 10 that I need. Maybe it was 9. I think it's 10 though. If you guys are interested in these buttons, I will link them down in the description box below. They're pretty nifty. I kind of like them. I also have a knitted hat of course made on the knitting machine, that I still need to sew the pom-pom onto. For that one, I used the last of this Caron Skinny Cake. If you guys recall, I had a Lotus Mandala duster that I was working on, and I initially only had 2 cakes of the Caron Skinny Cake in the colorway Baked Alaska. And so I got all the way through a size large, except for about half of the sleeve. And then I ended up having to get this one off of eBay. I think it cost me about $17. But there's a lot left. Like, this is what's left after doing the sleeve. That I've knitted up the beanie, and I think that's what I'm gonna do with the rest of this cake, is knit up some beanie hats and put pom-poms on them. I have a lot of black pom-poms, and I've noticed a lot of people, like, maybe y'all can let me know in the comments below, but are like, is grayscale like the in thing right now or something? Because I have 2 orders for Lotus Mandala dusters, both of which they wanted grayscale or gray, black, and white, and I thought that was very odd, because I offer that particular cardigan in dozens and dozens of colors. Like, there's like over 30 colors of Lion Brand Mandala, and then I offer it in Lion Brand Baby Mandala colors, plus I offer it in all of the as a solid. I offer it as all of the colors from Premier Cotton Sprout, as well as the Premier DK colors, which those are actually almost sold out. At the time of filming this, they don't have very many Premier DK colors right now. I'm assuming that's because it's the Black Friday sale and everybody's buying them up. I'm hoping it's not because it's being discontinued. I did notice that the Premier Butterfly was discontinued. I couldn't find it on their website, which does kind of bum me out. I bought some of that a while back, and I still have not gotten a chance to use it. But see, I always end up with a bunch of discontinued yarns, because I don't know, I just don't have the time to use them all. So, I mean, I know that I've been a little lax on content creation lately. That is because I've got so much going on. I'm also working on my dad's retirement blanket, using the Hirschner's Afghan yarn, which is a weight 2, and I'm using a 4mm hook on that. I would show you guys, but it's packed away in my bag because it's kind of my going places project. And then I worked on it as well last Thursday during my live, and I think it might become like my live stream project / going places project, just because I have a deadline on that blanket, but I'm not sure when the deadline is yet. My dad was supposed to retire next September of 26, and since then it's actually been moved up to potentially April of 26, which doesn't give me very much time at all to try to finish a full blanket. So, you know, there's all that. I do have this thing here, and I'm gonna love what Crystal says to me about this one. So somewhere around here, where's the yarn to this? There it is. I'm designing, this top has been being designed for ages. So it's my tipped shells top, or my tipped shells sweater is what it is. And I actually got more yarn from Crystal, from Hook That Yarn, to be able to finish this top because I started it with only 2 of this colorway. And I'm seriously considering frogging it, but you guys, let me know what you think. Should I go ahead and frog it? Because the reason I was considering frogging it is, I just don't like how the colors are working up. I feel like this color would be better in like a moss stitch, something of that nature. But you can see it's kind of busy. It's mostly red. If you look at it from far away, it's mostly reds and oranges. But if you get it up close, it's very busy. It's got greens and yellows and pinks in there. And the reason I'm considering frogging it is mostly because I'm a little hesitant to think that anybody's gonna like it. You know, I mean, I don't know. I kind of don't like the way the colors are working up, and that makes me think that other people aren't gonna like the way the colors are working up. On the other hand, I have almost completed one sleeve. I've got the front, the back done, and I've filmed all of this as well, so I feel like if I frog it and start over with a different yarn, I would have to start filming all over again for a 3rd time, because this is actually the 2nd time this design, or this pattern that I've been making has been in the works. The first time somebody bought it from, they didn't even buy it from me. She ended up getting it for Christmas because she liked it, and yeah, so I didn't get to finish filming the process of making it. I just finished it out and got it for her birthday. I don't know. You guys let me know what your thoughts on this one is. Should we finish it or frog it? There is the latte cake, the purple latte cake hoodie back there, which I already have a tutorial for that, and I will link that up here somewhere. That one will get finished, and it will get to the person that it's meant for eventually. Despite the fact that I don't work at Scream Hollow anymore, and despite the fact that her and I had a bit of a falling out, I still said that I'd make her that hoodie, and I still will. I'll get it finished eventually, but I'm not going to rush it anymore either, if that makes sense. I'll get to it when I get to it. So, you know, there's that one. So, yeah, lots and lots of WIPs to keep me busy. Almost overwhelmingly so. But, yeah, I think those are about all of my WIPs. I don't know how many that was, but I feel like it was a lot. You know, we're 25 minutes in, and I've just now gone over all of them. If you guys made it this far in the video, congratulations. Like, that is cool. I really appreciate you sticking around to watch the entire video. But anyways, I am going to go ahead and let you guys go for now. I do have fun making these WIP Wednesday videos. I just was trying to kind of clear out, make some more time to crochet compared to to making videos all the time, because at one time I was making like a video for every single day of the week, and I feel like that doesn't leave me a lot of time to crochet with the editing and all of that rolled into it. So I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. If you prefer it this way, or if you prefer it once a week. You know, I have the longer video if I do it once a month. You know, fun stuff. Anyways, guys, once again, thank you so much for coming and checking out my videos and my channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. Please like and subscribe if you guys enjoy my content. Bye!